Good morning, students. In last video, you learnt about bryophytes and pteridophytes. The bryophytes are called as amphibians of plant kingdom, and the pteridophytes are called as vascular cryptogams. In this video, you are going to learn about types of steels and gymnosperms. The term steel refers to the center cylinder of vascular tissues. It consisting of xylem and phloem and also pericycle, and in some plants it consists of medullary rays with pith. The steel is classified into two major types. One is a haplonosteel and stephanosteels. And one is a protosteel and stephanosteels. In protosteel, phloem surrounded xylem. This type of steels is again classified into different types: haplonosteel, actinosteel, fructosteel, and mixed protosteel. Haplonosteels. The xylem surrounded by phloem is known as a haplonosteel. Example is Selaginella. The xylem is surrounded by the phloem is called as a haplonosteel. Example for haplonosteel is a Selaginella. In actinosteel, the star-shaped xylem core is surrounded by the phloem. The star-shaped xylem is surrounded by the phloem is called as a actinosteel. Example for actinosteel is a Lycopodium serratum. Fructosteel. The xylem plates alternates with the phloem. Xylem and the phloem are alternate with each other. Such a type of fructosteel is called as a pluctosteel. Example Lycopodium calvatum. In mixed protosteel, xylem groups uniformly scattered in the phloem. Example Lycopodium sericum. The xylem is uniformly surrounded by the phloem is called as a pluctosteel. Example Lycopodium cernum. In stephanosteel, xylem surrounded by the phloem with the pith at the center. So it is having a pith. In stephanosteel, xylem is surrounded by phloem with pith at the center. It includes ectophoic stephanosteel and amphiphilic stephanosteel, selenosteel, U-steel, atactosteel, and a polycyclic steel. Ectophilic stephanosteel. The phloem is restricted only on the external side of the xylem. The phloem is only found on the external side of the xylem. Pith is in the center. Example Asmonda. Amphiphilic stephanosteel. The phloem is present on both the side of the xylem. In amphiphilic stephanosteel, the phloem is surrounded on both the side of the xylem. The pith is on the center. Example Marsilia. In selenosteel, the steel is perforated. Perforated means it is having pores at a place or place corresponding the origin of the leaf traces. Presence of leaf. They are mostly present in the area of the leaf present in the stem. Ectophilic solenosteel. So in this steel, the pith is in the center and the xylem is surrounded by the phloem. Example Asmonda. So pith is at the center of the steel, whereas xylem is surrounded by the phloem is called as the ectophilic solenosteel. In amphiphilic solenosteel, pith is in the center. Pith is present at the center and the phloem is surrounded on both the sides of the xylem. Pith is in the center. The phloem surrounded on both the side of the xylem. Example Adiantum pedatum. In dactyosteel, the steel is separated into several vascular strands and each one is called as a meristeel. The steel is separated into several strands. Each strand is called as a meristeel. Example Adiantum capiphilis veneris. U-steel. In U-steel, split into distinct collateral vascular bundles around the pith. The stele is split into distinct collateral vascular bundle around the pit. Example, dicot stem. Collateral means the xylem and phloems are arranged on the same radii is called as a collateral vascular bundle. Here, the stele is split into many distinct vascular bundles around the pit. Example is a dicot stem. In a tactostele, the stele is split into distinct collateral vascular bundle and are scattered on the ground tissue. In this type, the vascular bundles are spread over the ground tissue. Example is monocot stem. In polycyclic stele, the vascular tissues are present in the form of a 2 or more concentric cylinders. Example, pterygium. So these are the different types of a stele. Majorly, the steles are classified into two types. One is a protostele and stephanostele. The protosteles are again classified into different types. That is haplonostele, atactostele, plactosteles, and mixed protosteles. So the stele is a very important question. The next, gymnosperms. The gymnosperms are called as a nacre seeded plants. The gymnosperms are called as a nacre seeded plant because in this plant there is no ovary is present. Ovary is present. The ovule is only seen. The next topic is gymnosperms. The gymnosperms are called as a nacre seeded producing plant. It produces seeds which are exposed outside due to the absence of the ovary. Michael Crichton's science fiction is a book transformed into a film of Steven Spielberg in the year 1993 called Jurassic Park. In this film, the insects embedded in a transparent substance called ampere, which is act as a preservatives, which is used in the preserves the extinct forms. What is ampere? Which group of plants produces amperes? The ampere is a plant secretion. The ampere is a plant secretion which is an efficient preservative. It is used to preserve insects and other animals that does not get degraded and hence can preserve remains of extinct life forms. Extinct means the animals which are now not present, extinct life forms. The ampere is produced by Pinnatus succinifera. The ampere is produced by Pinnatus succinifera. It is a type of gymnosperm. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about the gymnosperm in detail. The word gymnosperm means gymno means nacred, sperma means seed. It derived from Greek origin and are nacred seeded producing plants. They were dominant in the Jurassic and Cretaceous period of Mesozoic era. The members are distributed throughout the temperate and tropical region of the world. The next, general characteristics of a gymnosperm. Most of the gymnosperms are evergreen woody trees. Most of the gymnosperms are evergreen woody trees or shrub. Some are lianas. Lianas means they are hanging on the plant trees. The plant body is sporophytic and it is differentiated into root, stem and leaves. In this gymnosperm, the plant body are differentiated into root and the plant body is differentiated into root, stem and leaves. A well-developed taproot system is present in this gymnosperm. In pteridophytes, it contains adventitious root system, but in gymnosperm, it contains a taproot system, and coralloid root are also contains a symbiotic association with the blue-green algae, cyanobacteria. In Pinus, the root have mycorrhizae. The mycorrhizae is a symbiotic association between higher plant root and fungi. The stem is aerial. Aerial means above the soil and they are erect. It can stand straight and branched or unbranched. Without branches or maybe branches are present. Unbranched example is cycas with leaf scars. The falling of leaves makes the scars in the stem part or trunk region. In conifers, two type of branches, namely limited growth, that is dwarf shoot, and branches of unlimited growth is a long shoot. Dwarf shoot and long shoots are present in conifers. The leaves are dimorphic. Two different type of leaves are present. One is a foliage leaf, another one is a scaly leaf. Foliage leaf and scaly leaves are seen in the gymnosperm. The foliage leaves are green, photosynthetic, and borne on branches of limited growth. They show xerophytic features. The foliage leaves are green in color and they are photosynthetic, able to produce their food materials. They are borne on the branches of limited growth. They show xerophytic features. Xerophytic means it lives in dry conditions. So they are thick in atom. The xylem consists of tracheids, but in Netum and Ephedra, the vessels are present. Mostly the gymnosperm having the tracheids or the chief water conducting elements, except the Netum and Ephedra contains vessels look like angiosperms. The secondary growth is present. The word may be monocyclic, porous, soft, more parenchyma with wide medullary rays. Example, cycas. There are two type of secondary growth is present. Secondary growth means presence of cambium in the vascular bundle. The wood may be the wood which is produced by the cycas or monocyclic and pycnocyclic. In monocyclic, it contains the woods contains porous holes is soft. The wood is soft, more parenchyma with wide medullary rays. Example, cycas. In pycnocyclic, compact with the wood is very compact like angiosperm and having narrow medullary rays. Example, pinus. They are heterosporous. It produces two types of spores. The plant may be monoecious. Example, pinus, or dioecious. Example, cycas. Monoecious means the male and the female cones are present on the spores are present on the same plant. Dioecious means two different plants are present. That is male cone and female cone are present on different plant. Microsporangia and megasporangia are produced on microsporophylls and megasporophylls respectively. So male and the female cones are produced here. The gymnosperm produces male cones and female cones. The pollination takes place by anemophilus. Anemophilus means the pollination takes place with the help of the agent wind. Fertilization is cephanogamous and the pollen tube helps in the transfer of male nuclei. Look like a angiosperm. Sporin in the year 1965 classified gymnosperm into 3 classes, 9 orders and 31 families. The classes include Cyclopsida, Coniferopsida and Netopsida. Cyclopsida, Coniferopsida and Netopsida are the 3 different classes of gymnosperm. The next, comparison of gymnosperm with angiosperms. The gymnosperms resembles with angiosperms in the following features. The presence of well-organized plant body. The angiosperms look like the angiosperm. The gymnosperms are also having well organized plant body which is differentiated into root, stem and leaf. The next, presence of cambium in gymnosperms. Presence of cambium in gymnosperms as in dicotyledons. The flowers in Netum resembles the male flowers of the angiosperm. The flowers which are present in the Netum. The Netum is the most advanced group of gymnosperms. They are appears like a angiosperms. So it produces flowers. The flowers resembles the male flowers of the angiosperm. The zygote represents the first cell of sporophytic generation. The presence of integument around the ovule. So like the angiosperms, the gymnosperms ovules are also surrounded by a integument, the outer covering. Both the plants group produces seeds. The pollen tubes helps in the transfer of male nucleus in both. So in angiosperm and gymnosperm, the pollen tube helps in the transfer of male nuclei into the egg. The presence of eustyl. The the presence of uses. These are the most common characteristic features of the gymnosperms and angiosperms, which are similar to each other. The next difference between gymnosperm and angiosperms. So the gymnosperms are called as a naked seeded plants, whereas the angiosperms are called as a box seeded plants or closed seeded plants. In gymnosperms, the vessels are absent, except the netum possess vessels. But in angiosperms, all the plants possess vessel or the chief water conducting elements. In gymnosperms, phloem lack companion cells. In angiosperms, companion cells are present. The ovules are naked. In gymnosperm, the ovules are naked seen outside. In angiosperms, the ovules are enclosed with the ovary. They are box-seeded plants. The wind used for pollinating agent. In gymnosperm, the wind is the pollinating agents, but in angiosperms, there are different pollinating agents are there: wind, water, insects, animals. They are double fertilization is absent in the gymnosperm, but double fertilization is present in the angiosperm. The double fertilization product is a endosperm. In gymnosperm, the endosperm is haploid because before the fertilization, the endosperm formation takes place in the gymnosperm, but in angiosperm, the endosperm is a triploid in nature. The fruit formation is absent in the gymnosperm. The fruit formation is present in the angiosperms. The flowers are absent in the gymnosperm and flowers are present in the angiosperm. So in a gymnosperm, there is a polyembryony. Presence of many embryos is present. In angiosperms also, there is a presence of polyembryony occur. The naked ovules develops into a seed. So in gymnosperms, the naked ovules, the ovules which are seen outer side, are developed into a seed. The endosperm is haploid and develops before fertilization. Before the act of fertilization, the endosperm is formation occurs, so it is haploid in nature. The next is economic importance of gymnosperms. Economic importance of gymnosperm. Plants, name of the product and uses. Cycas sessinalis and Cycas revoluta sago. It is rich in the starch and it is used as a food. Pinus grigardiana, the roasted seeds are used as a food. Apis balsamea, resin, which contains a product is called as resin. It is called a Canada balsam. It is used as a mounting media. It is used to seal the permanent slide making. It is used to cover the cover slip into the slide. Pinus insularis and Pinus roxburghi, which gives a product is called as rosin and turpentine, which are used as a paper sizing and varnishes in the manufacture of varnishes and paper sizing. The next, Araucaria, it is called as a monkey's puzzle, Pyxia and Phylocladus. They contains tannins. These plants yield a product is called as the tannins. The bark yield tannins are used in the leather industries. These are used, the tannins which are produced by these plants are used in the leather industries. Taxus brevifolia, it contains a product is called as a taxiol, which is used as a drug to treat cancer. The product which is obtained from Taxus brevifolia is used in the treatment of cancer. And Ephedra grigardiana, it yield a substance is called as ephedrine, which is more effective in the treatment of asthma and bronchitis. That is, respiratory problem can be cured by the product ephedrine, which is obtained from Ephedra grigardiana. The next, Pinus roxburghi oleoresin. It gives a product is called as oleoresin, which is used in the manufacture of soap making, varnishes and printing ink. The next, Pinus roxburghi and Pyxia smittana, which yield a wood pulp, which is used in the manufacture of papers. It is used in the paper industries. Citris deodara, which gives wood, which is used in the manufacture of doors, boards, and railway slippers. Citrus atlantica, the product is oil, which is used in the formation of perfumery. It is used to make the perfumes. Thuja, cypress, araucaria, and cryptomeria are used as an ornamental plant. The whole plant is used as a ornamental in nature, which is used for the ornamental plant because of their beautiful flowers. They are floral decoration. They are used in the floral decoration. The next, fossil plants. The National Wood Fossil Park is situated in Thuruvakkarai, a village of Viluppuram districts of Tamil Nadu. The park contains petrified, that is fossilized wood approximately 20 million years old. The term form genera is used to name the fossil plant because the whole plant is not recovery as a fossil. Instead of organs of a part of the extinct plant are obtained on a fragment, a small pieces. Shivalik Fossil Park, Himachal Pradesh, and Mendla Fossil Park, Madhya Pradesh, Rajmahal Hills, Jharkhand, Ariyalur, Tamil Nadu are some of the fossil-rich sites of India. Some of the fossils representatives of different plant groups are fossil algae, Peleoporella, Dimorphisophones, and fossil bryophytes, Naidiata, Hepaticitis, Musites, or some of the fossil plants. The fossil pteridophytes are Cooksonia, Rainia, Baraventa, Calamites, and fossils Gymnosperms, Medulosa, Leptocarpion, Williamsonia, Leptodendron. Fossil angiosperms are Archanthus, Furcula, are some of the fossil angiosperms. The next is angiosperms. The angiosperms are the most advanced group of the plant kingdom. In this, the gymnosperm and angiosperms are considered as a spermatophyte because these two produces spores. They are spore producing plants. Spermatophytes includes plant bearing ovules enclosed in a protective covering called ovary. Such plants are called as angiosperms. They constitute a major plant group around the earth and are adapted to the terrestrial mode of life. These groups of plants appeared during the early Cretaceous period of about 140 million years ago. They are the dominants, the vegetation on a global scale. The sporophyte is the dominant phase, whereas the gametophytes are highly reduced. They are very smaller and they are dependent on sporophytic phase. The next, salient features of angiosperm. The vascular tissues, xylem and phloem is well developed in the angiosperms. Flowers are produced instead of cones. In gymnosperm, the cones are produced, but in angiosperms, the flowers are produced. The ovules remains enclosed in the ovary. The ovules are present inside the ovary. Because of that, the seed is present inside the fruits. The pollen tubes helps in the fertilization. So, water is not essential for the fertilization. The double fertilization is present. The double fertilized product is the endosperm, which is triploid in nature. You all learn about fertilization. Fertilization is the fusion of male and the female gamete is called as a fertilization. Another male gamete fuses with the secondary nucleus is called as a double fertilization. So the double fertilization product is the endosperm, which is diploid. The male gamete is a haploid and the secondary nucleus contains a diploid cell. By the fusion of two secondary nucleus cell and one male gamete makes the triploid endosperm. The angiosperms are broadly classified into two classes. One is a dicotyledons, another one is a monocotyledons. So dicotyledons. The dicotyledons are the seeds which contains two cotyledons. Morphological features of the dicotyledons. They shows reticulate venation. The venation. Venation means the arrangement of veins on the leaf is called as a reticulate venation. In reticulate venation, there is some network of veins are arranged from a single midrib region. Reticulate venation is present in the leaves and the presence of two cotyledons in the seeds. The primary root radicle persistent as a taproot system. The main characteristics feature of the dicotyledons are reticulate venation, presence of two cotyledons, and the taproot system. The flowers are tetramerous or pentamerous, that is 5 in number. The floral parts are 5 in number or 4 in number. Tricolpate, that is 3 furrows. Furrows are seen in the pollen grains. Anatomical features. The vascular bundles are arranged in the form of a ring in the stem. The vascular bundles are open due to the presence of cambium. The secondary growth is present in the dicot. The next is monocot. The morphological features of monocots are showing parallel venation and the leaves. The veins are parallelly arranged and the presence of single cotyledon in the seeds. The radicle does not persistent. The radicle is the first formed root system which is lived for shortly and later it is converted into fibrous root system. The flowers are trimerous, they are 3 in number. Monocolpate, single furrow is present in the pollen. The next anatomical feature of the monocotyledons. The vascular bundles are scattered in the stem. The vascular bundles are closed because due to the absence of cambium, the vascular bundles are closed and the secondary growth is also absent. The current angiospermic